Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. Again, we're starting off at the Kerbal Space Center. And, well, I just did a couple missions off camera. I put another satellite into a eccentric, or not eccentric, but a non-equatorial, it's calling it a geostationary orbit, this guy here. And I just did another mission on the moon, down to the surface and back for more science. The moon, I have, after I did the, the satellite mission, advanced time 20 days, sucked out the 500 or so science. Did the moon mission, same thing, sucked out the science. I think there was one to adjust one, I can't remember. Not right now, though. Yeah, so I did those two missions, and that was easy. And we got some science to spend. So we have some... Yeah, I just said that. We have some science to spend. So we're going to go ahead and... Whoa, it's floating on water. We're going to go ahead and do that. We have 1,300, which should be just enough to do... do I want to... Yes, I want to do space planes first. Again, I kind of want to use up some time. So we're going to do these guys. And this should be enough to get... I might even... No, I can't get the rapier yet. I don't need it yet. That's okay. I want that. And I want those guys. So there's just 400 some odd. But all of these are 500. Yeah, anything else we need is bigger. The rapier engines are nice. They're the ones that will transition between air breathing and space, to where they'll run just liquid fuel and then liquid fuel with oxidizer. But we don't need that yet. We're not going there quite yet. But after that, the next ones I want are these guys. Yes. Yes, indeed. What are you? Thermo. The big batteries. Those are... I want those too. Dang it. So 550... I need that and that, so that's 1650 plus that. So we need another, basically, we need close to 3,000 delta V. I mean, that'll actually get us close to maxing out. We only need another 5,000 or 6,000 delta V total to get everything. But for now, we're going to do some science up at the North Pole. However, before we do that, we have to upgrade a few things. I think I have the money for it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade the runway to the big fancy one. This guy has never been upgraded yet, so he's still limited for parts. But we're going to go ahead and upgrade to more parts. And I don't think I need that many parts yet. I don't need action groups. I'm not doing anything fancy with the space plane yet. Also, while we're looking at it, I currently have... We're going to look at our astronaut complex. I currently have 6 astronauts on the Aurora. Aurora. Oh, that's one of those words. It's like, once you say it enough times, it's not going to make any sense. Aurora. So there's 6 here. 4 at the Kerbal Space Center. And we'll have Jeb and Melber, because he's a scientist, take out that plane. Maybe Bill as well. We're maxed at 12. For the space station, I'm going to need more scientists. And for eventual Minmus station, I need 3 pilots total to land that, so we're going to need to staff up a whole bunch. Each person I add costs money, which is kind of lame. Last time I played this, I had Kerbal Creator, where I made a bunch of Kerbals that were named after me and fictional characters and whatnot. But I don't think I want to do that right now. We are going to upgrade this, though, ahead of time. Yay. That's fully upgraded. Good. So that way I can have an unlimited number of Kerbals. There's no max, so good. I can get more than just the 2 more. We're looking at getting a few more. I think I want to get these 2 scientists. What's that going to do? Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll take 1. But once you get 1, yeah, the cost of the next one goes up. So that's cool. We got a few more scientists, which is what we're going to need. We want to get them leveled up. And actually, before we even send the space station up, we're going to do a different mission that's going to level a whole bunch of people up. But we're going to get the scientists and whatnot at the moon base back first. I think I'm going to do just a couple more moon missions off camera to hit the rest of those biomes. I've hit most of them. I even found biomes I didn't realize were biomes because they blended in with everything else. Anywho, what we're going to do today, or for this episode at least, we're going to build a space plane, an SSTO Spaceplane, and we're going to get to the North Pole because I think that's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to go with the Mark II, and we're going to go ahead and use the filter by cross-section. Excellent. So now we got all these things. We don't need the big one. We'll take the small cargo bay. Do we have... Did I get... No, that's a probe core I don't have yet. Sorry, I'm just... No. There's a probe core that fits the Mark II lines, but I don't have that yet. It's okay, I don't need it yet. Anyway, Mark II. Yes, Mark II. So we got the small cargo bay. That's all we're going to need here. We're going to go with... Yes, liquid fuel. We're not going to do any... We're not actually going to do anything rockety. Rockety? With rockets. Liquid fuel, rocket fuel. Yes, liquid fuel. We want a bunch of liquid fuel. Then on the back, we're going to put the 2. Boop. In the cargo hold... Can I aim the camera? No. We're going to put stuff. So, let's see. We're going to get one of these guys. We're going to get a couple of those guys. And because we're going to stick it in there, I know we're going to stick it in there. We're going to get a water propellant tank as well. No, you don't like it? Are you the bigger one? No, you're the smaller one. Wait, you're the right size. No, you're not. Hold on. Why are you not? There you go. That's what I wanted. Good. And now we can close this. Close. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do want the longer one. Poop. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. I'll take the... it disappeared. Mark II. I'll take the longer cargo bay. This means we just have to start over where we were. That's okay. We'll make it work. We will definitely make it work. So again, command control. Just give us a little more maneuverability. We want a couple of these guys just to flesh out our battery power, just in case. And then, like I said, monopropellant. Stick you on the back end. Inside now, we're going to do science. Because it's inside, we don't need it to be the fancy... I mean, we'll use D-Magic. We don't need it to be the fancy universal core stuff. I'm just going to move you back. So the camera is centering weird. So, science. We're going to go to the North Pole. We haven't done any science up there. So we're going to stick a thermometer. A seismometer. Ooh, an atmospheric. We haven't done any of the atmospheric sensors yet, so that's cool. We'll stick that guy in there. Are any of these clipping through? A little bit. Oh, that's too bad. How about now? Are you clipping through? Yes. But only a little bit. That's fine. We can easily fix that. And F. How about now? Beautiful. Let's see. What else we got? What do we got? Put in a magnetometer. Boop. Micro goo. Basically a goo container. Actually, we'll do the full-size goo container because why not? No, I want things that I can do on the surface. Science Junior. That's bigger than I really want. Although, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do the stock Science Junior. Hold on. Let's just move some of these things around a bit. Oh, where'd it go? There you go. Alright, we're just going to move you up. Whoa. Over to here. Clipping? Yes. How about now? No. Excellent. Good. Ooh, barometer. Yes. Ooh, we got a different one for ScanSat. These are what you use for anomalies, but we're not doing that right now. Surface scanning for resources. Anybody else clipping through? A couple of them are. Like the goo. Sorry, wrong selection tool. Not now. And that's the surface scanning module as well, I'm pretty sure. Yes, excellent. Nobody clips through. Oh, nope. The magnetometer is clipping through just a little bit. There we go. Now everything looks correct. It's not going to affect it. They're not physics enabled like that, but it just looks better this way. I think that's about it. Yeah. All the science we need stuff in there, so that's good. We can go ahead and close those. All right. So we're using just liquid fuel, even though this guy has a little bit of both. We're going to go ahead and kill that because we are going to use the nuclear engines. We haven't used these yet. They only burn liquid fuel. They don't burn any oxidizer. So that's all we need. Boop. Yeah, good. So we're going to use those guys as the space motors. Not that we're going to need them too terribly much. For everything else, we're going to use... what's max thrust? Stationary thrust. 180, 130. We'll go with the aerospike because those look cool. But before we put that on there, we need some fuel. We need liquid fuel. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Mark 1 liquid fuel tanks. We're going to go ahead and slap you guys on. Oh, let's get a little bit of rigidity here. Slap that on there. And another set behind that. Because after that, we are going to put the whiplash. I think these are the ones that are a bit stronger. We're going to try them, and we'll see what happens. We're going to get a few more of those guys, though. Good. Actually, that's probably enough there. And then we go into aerodynamics. Here's where things get fun. Pre-cooler nacelle, which is kind of an intake of its own. We're going to add one more. I think you can stack them and they help each other. And then, let's see. I think I want 2.0, airtake 2.0. These are both the same. I think these just look cooler. And that looks cool like that, but I think it looks even better. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. They're rotated sideways. Yes. Awesome looking, eh? All right. So that's one set of jets. We're going to add another set out on the outsides, though. That'll help provide even more thrust. We're going to go and auto strut to the heaviest part. I can do that. Heaviest part. Auto strut to the heaviest part. Auto strut to the heaviest part. That way these things aren't going to be like all wobbling around. Auto strut to the heaviest part. And you guys, auto strut to the heaviest part. Excellent. Everything's auto strutted to that middle piece, which should be okay. Yes, so that's kind of the body of it, the main body of it, at least. I just got the big S Delta wings, which are pretty big. I like these guys because, come on, get someplace. They carry fuel. And that's an amazing thing because they're basically extra fuel tanks that are wings. Quite helpful, quite useful, quite amazing. And then these guys are, yeah. Do they also carry fuel? They do. Not much, but some. Yes. Yes. All the yes. Good. Okay. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and add some big elevons. I can't remember which is. Oh, I think that's the bigger one. Boop, 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 boop. No. There. And then we take and slide it over just a smidgen. There. And then these smaller ones should fit. Oh, they don't quite fit. They're too big. That's okay. We get smaller ones then. They don't fit. Oh, the two of them together would fit. That's too bad. Oh well. It should work out either way. For tail fins. No, you're a canard. I don't want you. Yeah, I want the winglets because that's cool looking. Put them on about right there. On the tip. Oh, right. Okay, I'm remembering how to build this. I'm actually going off of a design that I saw from, I think it was Matt Lorne. Showed an SSTO build. Let's see, can I snag? Nope, that's all one piece now. Because he did this, and on the outside, there it is. He had more fuel tanks. Obviously not at a funky angle like that, but he had them. Let's see. You guys, click, click. That's not quite square, so we take off snapping. Try to even it out, square it up, get it aligned correctly. That's pretty close. He might have actually... Oh, that's what... Okay, now I remember. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Remembering is happening. At least I think I think I'm remembering what he did. He put these in like this. There we go. That'll still give us a lot of lifting body, so that's good. And then on the outside of that, he put more wings. He put wings about like that. Yes, and that'll give us lots of control authority there. But again, on these guys, same thing. Air intake 2, air intake 2. They're the same thing. For these over here, we're actually going to use these guys, but then the same dart engine on the back there. Cool. All right. So that's our space plane. We've got monopropellant. We've got monopropellant inside. We of course need to add these guys to make sure we can actually maneuver the jet. Oh, not mirror. R. There we go. Let's go with the snap though. That should put one directly underneath. Yes, excellent. So we'll put 4 on the front there, and we'll put some on the back end too. Put you guys on top. Put some on the bottom. And then we'll put some on the outsides. That'll help us turn and yaw. Yes, that should work out. Won't necessarily be the most balanced thing, but it should work out just fine. We've got lots of fuel, RCS. Oh, solar power. We will need power. What I like to do with these, I've seen people put, solar panels and embed them and then extend them. Personally, I just like putting the big guys on the wings. I can even put a couple of them. That's an interesting orientation. Don't snap. There we go. That's better. But they're there, and then they are there, and because they do kind of stick up on their little legs, we're gonna go ahead and drop you down. There we go. So it's just visible. Oops, clipping in a little bit. We don't want clipping. There we go. So now we'll definitely get power. That's good. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, what? Landing gear. Landing gear would be good. We should have some decent, more robust landing gear. Yeah, extra large, large, medium. Is this one steerable? Yes, this is the one that's steerable, not steerable. We're going to put the large one. Single. Click. We're going to put it back here. And we're also going to embed it a little bit. There we go. Good. And then we're going to put bigger, better, stronger landing gear in the back. Large landing gear. Extra large? I don't think I need that. I think we'll just take the large. We'll take 2. We're going to do the same thing. And again, that's huge. Are you not? Oh, that's square. Yeah, that's square. Okay. But again, we're going to sink them in just a little bit. Just 2 clicks. That way, they should... Extended? Yeah, they more or less disappear. That's beautiful. So that'll give us a good, running base for takeoffs. Decent wheels for landing. Give us some steerage. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Oh, who's going to pilot? Jeb and Bill. Oh, there's only space for 2. Well, that's okay. We're gonna recover. We're not gonna do anything that we need to reset any science things for. We only have basic, right? We don't have anything fancy. Yeah, okay. The only other thing that I like to add is some heat allowance. How big is it? Oh, sheesh. Small? Small. Oh, 2 of them. I like having these guys on the front because the nose gets ridiculously hot. They look a little stupid like that. So we're going to go ahead and just... Ooh, oh, that's a bit too much. Let's turn the snapping off. Just embed them just about like that. Just so that they're still visible, but not like crazy. And let's see, what are you saying? Missing ladder. Hatch obstructed. Oh, I'm obstructing that hatch with these things. Dang it. Okay, then let's just put 1 on. And snapping. Let's put 1 on the center. And again, we'll suck that guy down a bit. Cannot transmit science. That's fine. We're going to keep it. Consumers not receiving oxidizer. They don't need it because they get it from the front. They get it from inside. That's interesting. Unused air intake. Receiving oxidizer. You don't need oxidizer because you're air breathing. Interesting. Well, we'll take it out and see if it flies. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, so SSTO 1, maybe. Basically, we're gonna take this up, make sure it actually flies around, and then if we need to make corrections, we will. I think that'll be it for this episode, though. A test flight. After that, we will. Ooh, that's not correct. That's not good. It's gonna be super nose low. There we go. That's better. I mean, I could shrink those guys in deeper a little bit. We'll see how she behaves on takeoff. Yeah. So we'll try it with this. We'll see if it works. It should work. Those should be air breathing, aren't they? Oh, nope. I lied. They're not. They're liquid fuel. Okay, well, we'll change that out real quick. Throw on the whiplashes, the turbofans, because Weasley, yeah. Oh, come on. So now, there we go. That's much better. No issues with that. So those guys will work just fine as air-breathing engines. And you can toggle the mode so you can actually do afterburners too. So we'll see how that behaves. I haven't flown anything like this. Like I said, I'm kind of going off of somebody else's design from YouTube. We'll see how she behaves. Nothing's wrong with it. Although there's this weird glitch with this that's not happy. So let's take it out and see if she flies. And if we can fly it around, maybe in like a circle or something, and land again, we'll be okay. Oh, perhaps we'll take off and land at the island runway. We haven't been there in this playthrough yet. Boop. Oh, geez, that was bouncy. So yeah, we are a little nose low. Oh, I didn't add any canards up front. I hope we have enough thrust, or I hope we have enough maneuverability authority to do that stuff. We shall see. All right, so let's go light. Oh, balls. I don't want to light the nuclear engines yet. There we go. We'll separate these guys. I think I need to go ahead and shut it down. And shut it down. Good. So we can activate those separately. We're going to be kind of staging it back and forth, but that's okay. We can play with it. So let's go ahead and throttle up. I mean, it already gave us a push down the runway. Yeah, that's really nose low. I don't know if we're going to be able to take off. Alright, let's hit it. Full speed. Oh, and I remember how the key controls are for this. It's not the way I like it. It's okay, we'll make it work. Alright, so usually at around 60 or so, you can rotate things up. Obviously not this guy. Wow. Yeah, I might need to put a canard on the front there. Whoa. There we go. Oh. Alright, so it's a little slow to maneuver. I think I will add some canards on the front before I take it anywhere far. But it's not too bad. I'm sure there's a way. I don't really want to do that yet because I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to kick my thrust in a weird direction. But it flies atmospherically. Not necessarily terribly fast, but it flies. How are these doing? Air intake, good. Effective airspeed is increasing because the flow is increasing. As we go faster, it sucks in more air, making it even more effective. These guys help as well. But we're going to go ahead first and land right over here at the runway. Ooh, that flips around, kind of funny. Let's do a barrel roll. Whee! That's not bad. Not bad. Not the easiest thing to fly. Good thing Jebediah is an experienced pilot. I kind of like the look of this build. I think it looks cool. With the engines on the outside like that, I just think it looks spiffy. Oh, you can see the landing gear clipped into that. Ugh. Oh well. We are at max thrust. Woohoo, kick in the afterburners. Aha, there we go. Now we get some speed going. So there's got to be, I need to unlock, what's it called? Advanced groups so that I can actually do that. Let's get it in trim. There we go. We're flying pretty low, pretty fast. We're about to hit, what's it called? Supersonic. Yeah, see the air effects? We're about to go supersonic at this altitude. So we can back off a little bit. We're still increasing though. Eek. Speeds. There we go, leveling out. Alright, so we can just barely see it. There is a runway over here. Just bank ourselves around to it. Whoa, stall, stall, stall. Yeah, it's sucking fuel from everything, but barely. We can get really, really far with all the fuel that's in this thing. This thing is like way overdone for fuel, way more than we need. But it's a good proof of concept design. I unfortunately was neglecting the aviation department of the Kerbal Space Program. Oh, look at the vector. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Whoa, whoa. Wow, sluggish much? We can kill throttle even more and just about coast on in, glide on into the runway there. We might not even make it. Let's kill all thrust. Oh, don't climb. That's not what I wanted. This is not gonna work. I don't think we're gonna make it to the island runway. No, I didn't line it up very well at all. That's okay though. It's a messy dirt runway anyway. Didn't really want to land there anyway. There, I keep forgetting how the controls are switched around. We'll make it back to the Kerbal Space Center then. That's a longer runway anyway. I think it's right there. It is. Just head back to the west. Yeah. So she flies, like I said, a little sluggishly. Oh, right, and I can hit caps locks and get finer control. Ooh, that does help a little bit. No, still a little sluggish. That does help a little bit. I'm going to fly back to the KSC and we're going to land. I'll see you in a bit. What's this? Oh, right. We found the thing. Well, we discovered an abandoned island airfield on Kerbin. That was that island runway back there that we didn't actually make it to. But for this guy, it's so big and cumbersome. I haven't flown anything this big in a long time, especially not this, or really ever this build layout, really. So we're gonna go for the big runway over there. So I'm gonna fly that away. Ooh, we're already past 30 minutes. I'm gonna fly that away, and I'll cut you back in as we're coming in on our, as we're passing the dirt, going from the water to the ground, and we're coming in for our final approach. So I'll see you in just a moment. All right, I think we're coming in on our final approach here to the KSC. Might already be going too fast. Yeah, I didn't get lined up for the runway at all until just now, and we're climbing, and that's not good. Kick the nose over and down. Let's get down to the runway. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go ahead and get the gear down, though. Boop. Okay, so that's better. I mean, at least the thing glides-ish. It's still really nose-heavy. I'm gonna have to look at the center of gravity here when I'm back in the spaceplane hangar, because I did not look at that at all. And that is a bit of a failure on my part. Okay, come on. Line up with the runway. Yaw, 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 yaw. Eek. Oh, this is going to be messy. I'm not going to hit the runway, but at least I'm going to land. I'm going to land, I'm going to land, I'm going to land. And it's going to be okay. We're going to survive the landing. Okay, so at least we landed back at the Kerbal Space Center. Ooh, let's not crash into the launch pad, though. Actually, I can probably... Yeah, I think I can taxi back to the runway and get a good return for the pieces that I built. So that's kind of typical, unfortunately, of my type of builds of aircraft and my flying techniques. Not that great. Why is that one stuck down like that? Let me put that leveled out. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do a little tweaking on this, add some canards on the front to give us a little more lifty thrust authority on the, or not, well, lift authority on the front. Yeah, and it's a little bit nose heavy, so I might, I mean, look at the fuel, barely sipping, barely sipping, barely sipping, barely sipping. So I have loads and loads of fuel on this thing that I pretty much don't need. So I might strip out this guy and put in something else. All right, we got it back onto the runway, even though it wasn't a landing on the runway. Still, that'll count for what's it called? When we recovered. There we go, and recover the vessel. So there it was, our experimental run of our first space plane. We can take it off. We can land it, kind of, sort of, a little bit. But hey, where we're going, we're not looking for a runway, we're looking for the polar ice cap, so it doesn't really matter. Next. Good. We got 100% value. We got everything back, so that wasn't a waste of money at least. Just a little bit of time. And no experience. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go in there and play with that a little more. Fix it up, tweak it, get it running nice and sweet. And after I do that and get it flying the way I like it, we'll be blasting off and heading to the North Pole. Thanks for watching, though. Thanks for hanging out. If you like it, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, pass the word. I will catch you later.